So today I will be doing a deck profile on my Six Samurai DN deck. Um, it's pretty straightforward. Three Elder. You can combine with Kagemusha. I also run three of those for with asceticism to get Qian on the field pretty easy. I run two Grandmaster simply because they can be very useful in a last second uh, little pinch. Has a nice attack of 2100. Yeah, that's what I use. I use two Shogun, so I can create that old lockdown with Shien and Shogun. I recently read the ruling on that after Shien negates, you can still activate a trap because it says activate and this one negates, so technically it hasn't even been activated. But who cares? I still have two other lockdown cards, but I'll come back to those. Now I run one hand just to pop things off the field. I mean, in reality, you really don't want to pop in your six samurai monsters. It's not that great. Grandmaster, I don't care if I pop because I have two of them, and it's almost an inst. Like as soon as you get on the field, then you can get six hand and then pop it. I mean, it's not the best choice, but if it's in like a hard case scenario, like your opponent has stuff like Scrap Dragon, um, like if your opponent plays fairies, then you have to go after their Master Hyperion or Arc Lord Christia. Mostly Master Hyperion though. But anyways, then I run three Kagemusha, pretty self-explanatory. They're the tuners of this deck, and also is a pretty good effect, but I really don't use it for that way. I run one Inishi simply because of sending extra deck cards back to their extra deck because it's really useful that way, and yeah, simply because of that. Then I run two Kageki. Three is overkill, and one is too little. You actually just need about two of them to get Shien on the field, Beast, stuff like that. Then I run three Kizon. Pretty self-explanatory too. The only one that can spam level fours in this deck. Then I run three Zanji simply because you can pair it up with asceticism, get Kizon on the field, or you have Kizon, get Zanji, overlay, Blade Armor Ninja, Excalibur, Utopia, Shadow, stuff like that. I run three asceticism because it can get Shien or any rank fours on the field like Utopia and such. For my staples, I go with one Book of Moon, one Dark Hole, one Heavy Stone, one Reborn. I still think this card should be banned. I mean, it's a classic card, but like it's overpowered. I just recently dual summoned. I killed his Shien. I reborn it. I got another Shien on the field. Well, GG basically. Um, Heavy Storm pretty self-explanatory. Dark Hole pretty self-explanatory. Book of Moon 2. Gateway definitely should be banned. It can end your opponent really quickly. Um, Grab keys on special summon. Basically an extra two counters. I run two MST simply because it's MST. Shien's Dojo. I only run one of it. I really don't find a big need of it in this deck that can speed and swarm opponents so quickly. I still run two Shien Smoke Signals simply because it's. I still think it should be semi-limited, so I still run two of them. I mean, in reality, you really don't need more than two. You only need, you only need two. You don't want three. It just takes up space in the deck. I run two United and draw power. People don't like to use two double edged, but I really love using double edged. It can bring out a lot of exes or synchro possibilities. One Musakane, two Musakane, pretty self-explanatory too. House backup Shien, Beast, such as that. Then I run one Judgment. I don't like running Warning in this deck. I don't know why, but anyways. For the extra side deck, I run another Kageki just in case. I mean, as I said, three is overkill, but sometimes you need to go overkill on your opponent. But anyways, two Maxi. If your opponent plays six Samurais 2, you also want to definitely have this in your side deck. I mean, I don't have this deck in real life; it's way too expensive. But this, I wouldn't. I'd probably just play like a simple side deck, not like this. Then I play two Iroh because a lot of times your opponent can play those annoying flip decks on you that really flip you off. I agree with that. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory in that way. I run two tour guide. simply because it's tour guide. You need it. You can go after things like MX Saber Invoker or Acid Golem. Those are needed. I run another MST just in case. I don't know why. Please give me uh, suggestions. I run another Dojo just in case as well. Another United, more draw power if I really need that. I run 3 compulsory in the side simply because if your opponent really likes to run Exes and Swarms, you really need to have compulsory. Then one Ultimate Offering, very broken card there too, but needed in this deck in my opinion, if you so choose. But I really don't like to decide it in that often. I'm gonna add like something in right now. I don't know. Just put in the comments below what I should add. Then I run for the extra deck 1 Catastor, self-explanatory, good for clearing fields. Black Rose Dragon and our self-explanatory monster. It nukes the field, gets rid of everything. Pretty useful that way. I run 1 Shien simply because it's needed in this deck. Barkion, Beast, all 3 are lockdowns. You really need that in this deck because 6 Samurais are actually really weak stat-wise, and you really want to stop your opponents from like taking it over. 1 Scrap Dragon, pretty self-explanatory too. Pops cards can be used with Grandmaster because Grandmaster is easy to spam on the field. Um, Stardust, pretty self-explanatory there too. I also run 1 Blade Armor, great for defeating your opponent in 1 turn if you can do that. Another Excalibur, great for getting over things like Stardust. Invoker, you definitely want to run at least 1 Invoker in each 6 ally deck. You can pull off a lot of combos there. Leviathan Dragon, pretty self-explanatory too. Attack, power. Acid Golem, everybody loves Acid Golem. I mean, the only way you want Acid Golem in your deck is that if you have like a way to get rid of it, like you can use Dark Hole, Compulsory on yourselves. Yeah, Utopia, pretty self-explanatory too. It's a 3 attack wall. Negate. Then if he attacks, you take no damage because he's automatically sent to the graveyard. 1 Shadow, simply because a lot of monsters in this deck have low attack. So yeah, that's basically why I run Shien. Well, this has been my deck profile, and this is Dragon Coma. Thank you for watching. Signing